And today we are going to complete hooks. As I've told, hook is a bit smaller, so it is taking us only 2 days in comparison to classes which took us 3 days. And after that, there I will tell you what to do. There are a lot of projects on my site. I will give you exactly what to do. And what I'm seeing, only one person is going to win the challenge of getting to my boot camp, getting to my 1.5 month long boot camp, weekend boot camp. And hope he attended today. And then also he have to prove that he had learned something by creating an app which I'm going to give him. Because what I've seen that only this person has attended every day, nobody else have attended every day. Someone have attended one day or missed other day, and this time I will not do anything. And only this person will also means okay, the certification, maybe I will give it to more people, participation certification, because some people are there who attended for 3 days and like that. But the thing is that I am not going to give them access to the boot camp, because this person is very much dedicated. And hope he attends today. And if he attends today, he get a chance to win that thing, because he have to prove it also by doing the project. Okay, so I told this earlier also. So Aditya Singh is that person name. Okay, so he has a chance to win it. Only he have, because I was going through all the attendance sheets, and he's the one who have attended every day, and he has attended the CSS also and the JS also. Okay, so again, attendance sheet will be given at the end. But those people have attended at least 3 days of ReactJS also. They can go through the rest of that thing, and I am going to give them participation certificate. Okay, attendance sheet will be given at the end, as I've told. Okay, so one sec. I think if I wait a sec, we'll start. Okay, so let me share my screen now. Good morning, Aditya. Good evening, Aditya. And so yeah, so this is what we have created. Yesterday we had started with our use effect, so different ways of our use effect. So now we are going to continue with the use effect, as I've told earlier. So this use effect is like the thing which we are going to mimic now is the having the use effect runs only once, like component did mod. And that is one of the reason I told that that class based components are so much important. So we are going to mimic the component did mod. So you should understand what is component did mod. If you don't understand, you should check the class based react earlier. Okay, so someone was asking why class based. This is the reason. So how you will know what is component did mod. Okay, so let us do that. And what I'm going to do now means enough of this counter and all this. I can show it through the counter also, but we are going to see it in a different. And today also I will give the GitHub for this. Okay, so we're going to create something new now. And enough of counters. So it is like again we are going to do the class base first. So class mouse.js I'll do, and rcc, and rcc is there, export default class mouse. Okay, so this class mouse I'm doing. And here what we are going to do has, I'm going to have a constructor or const, and this constructor will have something known as x and y. So x and y are equal to 0. This is what I'm going to have here, and this is what I'm going to change. Okay, so let me have it in a h2. It's much better to have an h2. Okay, x is equal to this dot state dot x, and y is equal to this dot state dot y. So this is there. And let me come back here, and let me import this class mouse class mouse class mouse class mouse and class mouse. Save it, go back. Is it running? It isn't. Sometime I have to refresh it, I don't know why. Okay, so x and y are showing, x and y are showing. So what we are going to do here, we are going to, let me have a comma also here, means it will be looking much better. Okay, so we are going to change the value of x and y depending upon what? Depending upon the mouse move. So there is some function which is known as the client x and client y, which can detect the mouse position, but we have to fire it first. So how to fire it first? We have to fire it only once. So we are going to fire it through component did mount, because component did mount only runs once, and after the component is mounted, that is very important. Component should mount it. I could not do it in the constructor. I have to do it in the component did mount only, because after component did mount runs after this, once the component is been rendered, and it is very important, or else how will we will get the value of x and y. Okay, so I'll do that, and then component did mount, and here I will add an event listener. So we can add an event listener also in React. Windows dot add it will be window dot add event listener mouse move, and this dot handle mouse move, or anything handle mouse move I'll do. Okay, so mouse move is the event handler. So event handler will be passed whenever the mouse move is run, and this dot handle mouse move will be run. So I will do this and come here, handle mouse move equal to and then this will change the state. Okay, so this will change the this dot set state x is equal to e dot client x. I was telling, so this is a DOM property, client x, and y is equal to e dot client y. So I will save it, and if I will go here, and it will be changing like this. So it will be changing like this. So this is the example of component did mount. So I needed this to run the event listener. Okay, event listener, and I have run the event listener like this way. Okay, so that is there. So now we have to do this component did mount in a hook thing. Okay, hook based thing. So how we are going to do that? How? And again we are going to use the use effect. As I've told, the use effect is the most important hook. So we are going to mimic the component did mount. So how we are going to mimic it? So let me come back here, and here I'll make a hook mouse dot js, hook mouse dot js, and RAFCE, hook mouse is done, and then here let us start from start. So I have to have a x and y. So here again in hooks you have to have both of them as different. So let us do that. Const x comma set x equal to u state and of 0. U state of 0, let me import it also. U state of 0, and the second one will be y x comma set x is y comma set y. Okay, so the set method has been done. Okay, so then after that here I'll do again, let me do a h2. H2 is much better than a div, it will be very small. Okay, and x, let me make it as hooks x. It's just like there's nothing like a state or something. Hooks x is x and y is y. So this is like this. Okay, and then we don't have anything like component did mount here. So here what we have to do, we have to do the use effect. Okay, use effect I have to do, and then let me have a console log here that we are going to soon see something. Okay, hook use effect called. Okay, and then window dot add event listener. Again the handle mouse move I have, and the main thing is that, okay, so first let me do this thing, then I will show how to do it in a component did mount way. Okay, so const handle mouse move we do in a hook like this, means a functional component like this. Okay, and then I have to do this set x is and set y is like this. Okay, so this is like this, it will work. Set x is like this, and this was like here it was like this, and anyways it is different. So we know this is use status like this, and this use effect will give me error because I have not imported it. So I'm imported it now, but this is not how it done is in a component did mount way. Component did mount way, which only runs once. Component did mount only runs once. For that, again we have to pass this and this, and we have to pass an empty array. So this thing to notice is that we have to pass an empty array, and it will run in the component did mount mode. Component did mount mode it will run. This is component did mount mode, it will only run once. Okay, so this is done, and then I will do the hook mouse hook mouse hook mouse hook mouse, save it, and hook mouse is done, and it is working fine. It is working fine. So component did mount has been done like this. So now we are going to learn about use effect with cleanup, and we are going to learn about another useful hook which we have just not learned that much in class based also, and but we learn it here. And that thing is there is a lifecycle method known as component will unmount lifecycle method. Okay, so that is also very important. So component will unmount lifecycle method, what it does, and in hooks they have reactive have included only three lifecycle method: component will unmount, component did update, and component this one component what is its name, component did mount. So only these three are important because these three are the most important lifecycle methods. These three are the only one which are used. Okay, so it's like that component will mount, it runs when the component is unmounted. Okay, and the thing is that we are going to see it with a directly with a hook based thing, but I am going to show also a bit. So we're going to directly see it with hook based. Okay, so hook mouse is there. So I'm going to create another component known as mouse container .js, mouse container.js, and RAFCE is there, and then const display comma set display and set display is there, and it is equal to use state of true. So display and set display is there, which is a boolean, whichever use state of true. Okay, state of true is there. I have imported the use state. Now what will happen inside it, I have a button, and it will have toggle display. Okay, and on click equal to set display of whatever is the term opposite of it. Okay, whatever is the term opposite of it, I will do set display with the when a set display is run. So what I'm doing here means why I have done it here. So this is only the button I'm clicking, so the display is changing, and depending upon that I'll do display and hook mouse display. So if display is true, which is by default it is true, the hook mouse will be shown. The moment I click on that button, the hook mouse should be unmounted because the display will become false. So let me also import this hook mouse. Hook mouse is also imported, and now instead of the hook mouse I'll have this mouse container here. Mouse container here. Okay, mouse container I have done here, and the hook mouse also I want to do I want to have console log here. Okay. Mouse event mouse event I have done. Okay. Then okay, mouse container I have done it here. So now let me, so this is very important, this mouse event. Okay, so I have to open the console for it. Okay, console I have opened, and console is there. Okay, let me again hook use effect called. Okay, hook use effect called is this one. This console log is the hook use effect called, and then I am moving it. Mouse event is getting called. This mouse event is getting called because this handle mouse is getting clicked, getting fired many times. So the moment that this thing also works like that, the moment even if I move a mouse a little bit one position on one pixel, this will be fired, and this firing for that. Okay, but now what I am going to do, I am going to click on this toggle display. Okay, toggle display I have to click and see what happened. That component is been unmounted, that our whole hook mouse component is been unmounted, so this is known as unmounted. But see one thing we have got the warning also, that use effect cleanup, and it is telling us the use effect cleanup. But see another thing, still that hook mouse event is there. So actually the component is not unmounted. See, this is still increasing. It has gone, but it's still increasing. So that is the issue. We have to do cleanup. So cleanups are very important as it leads to memory leaks, and when it leads to memory leak, the your React application will become slower. So cleanups are very important. Okay, so the same thing. Okay, so I have not done the setup and all, but if the same thing I needed to did do in a class mouse, okay, class mouse also I could have done. So I will just put the code for it. So there is like a component will unmount. There is something known as component will unmount, and I would have done like this: remove event listener. And this will not work because I have not even make a uh, class mouse, something like that. So but it is like this. So we have to have a event listen, remove event listen. Just like an add event listener, we have to have a remove event listen. Okay, so remove event listener needed to be done. So now what I'm going to do, I will come here, and so I have to replicate something like this: component will unmount. Okay, so how I will replicate something like this: component will unmount. How I will replicate that? Okay, so for that the code is a bit of weird kind of a code. So component will unmount. So what happens here after this, I have to do something known as a return, and like this. And here, like hook use effect cleanup call, and here I have to do that remove event list mouse event, and the same thing. Okay, so like this function return will call a function, and it will now call it like this: hook use of cleanup call. So let me save it now, and we'll again go back here, and let me refresh it. Toggle display is done, hook effect is called, and it is moving. And then toggle display, hook use effect cleanup call, and it is not yet moving. It is not moving. So this one was called. So this is how it is done. So this is how powerful it is. Okay, so this is done. Okay, now what we are going to do, we are going to do important thing like how to fetch data using use effect. Okay, so okay, let me do one more thing also. Let me also give today's attendance form so that I don't forget, because today is the final day. So mark your attendance here. Mark your attendance here. Okay, so the last thing which we are going to do, we are going to learn how to fetch data using use effect. So that is very important. So this time we will learn to fetch data through a library access. We have already done a lot of time through fetch API, so it's time to do it through Axios. Okay, so I will open this. I don't like this PowerShell thing. So npm I Axios I will do. So that is done. Let it be done. So it is done. Okay, so I will have a new file like data .js, data fetching.js I'll have, and then rfce. Okay. So rfce I'll have. Okay, so because we are doing with the use effect anyways. Okay, so again we are going to use that famous JSON placeholder. This post endpoint I'm going to use where raw data array of object will come. Okay, so like this. So again, so we have seen this example many times actually. Fetch. Okay, so again const post and set post. Here we have to do like this. Okay, const post and set post equal to use state of like this. So state of empty array, because we are going to get an array of object. So this is done. Use state, let me import it. Use state. Now it will go inside the use effect. Okay, use effect, it will go use effect, and axios.get, and let me have that. Okay, so post we have, and then we will have this. We'll use this then catch block. Okay, so then rest is like control.log. Let us have a rest first. Rest is there, and here we don't have to do anything like rest.json or something. Okay, so that is a benefit here with using axios. So let us first just see it, and then the catch will be and console.log. Okay, so okay, so this is there, and which do I do? Okay. Let me have this data fetching now. Data fetching has been done. Use effect is not called. Again, I forgot. Okay, use effect has been done now. Okay, and anyways, nothing will be shown, but I am getting the data here. I'm getting the data in the rest.data. I'm getting all the data. So let us put it there, and okay. After this, set posts equal to rest.data. As we have seen, it is coming in the data, and here after this I will do ul, maybe ul, and post dot map, and post line key equal to post dot id is there. So post dot id, post dot title, and li will be there, and then it will be close, and then what is remaining, this is remaining, and this is remaining, and this, I think, yeah, we have everything. Yeah, so it is like this. Okay, so everything should be working fine. Okay, so let me save it. See, it has come, but see one thing. This is continuous loop. Actually, this has gone to infinite loop. Why it has gone to an infinite loop? Because what is happening here, we should never do a use effect like this, and it will soon broke the browser. We should never do any use effect like this. We should always do an API call, because API call we don't have to do every time. We don't have to do everything. It is doing every time. In set post, it is in, see, it is still doing. You're seeing that it is moving. So it is still moving. It is continuously doing API call, but this has come. So if the end user won't be able to see anything, but see, this site is also getting very slow, very slow. I am not even to scroll it. Okay, so it should not happen, and that happened because we didn't did the use effect with the API call in a component did mount way. It is always important to do it in a component did mount way, because we don't want to do this API call again and again. We want to do it only once. Okay, so I will do it only once, and let me do it, remove it, and let me save it, and let me close. See, it has come only once. So this is how it needed to be done. Okay, this is how it needed to be done, and it is always so shown. So this is how it is done. Okay, so we are done with the use effect also with the API call, and this is one of the most important code. This is how most of the internet works, and this is how you also have to work it. And maybe I'm going to give some project to the only person who have completed the challenge, which it will also consist of something like this. Okay, so this is there, this is done. Then the thing is that now what we are going to learn, now we are going to learn the use context hook again. Use context hook, so it is like the context API which you have learned in the class. Exactly, actually exactly almost similar to that, only a little bit of difference is that it is much better to use, and we are going to see how to use it. Okay, so we are going to see the same example. So if people don't remember what is why context API was used, it was used because It was used because we face this issue. If we want to pass some props from here to here, we have to pass to through a and b also, which is not the desired functionality. We don't want to pass through a and b, we directly want to pass through a to c. And for this, context api is very popular, and I have told that it is used in production applications also. Right now we are building a production application for a startup, and we are using this context api. We had not gone through using the Redux. You can use the Redux also in bigger application, but context api also become very powerful. Use the context api also. Okay, so that is there. Those who don't know, TWD is also a software company. We take projects from startups also. Okay, so that is there. And let us do the context thing. Okay, so data fetching is completed, and we are going to again do the same thing. Okay, child.js and all those things we are going to have. Child.js will be having this, and here RAFCE, and here we have it in H2. Child component is there. Okay. Now after this, parent.js RAFCE, and this will be calling the child. This will be calling the child component. Now the next will be grandparent. Grandparent.js. Okay. And this is like it will call the parent. Call the parent. It will call the parent. So this all are done. Okay. So now at the end, so let this be here. This grandparent will be called by the app.js. Okay. So let me copy this. Grandparent, 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 grandparent will be called here. Okay, so now we have to create a context to be able to passing from the app to the directly to the child. In the class-based approach, when I was telling that whatever example I've created different files. We can do the same thing here also, but let me create it here only. So we can do it here also. So let us do that. Okay, creating it here only. Okay, so here what we are going to do first, export const user context equal to react dot create context. React dot create context I'm going to do, and save it. It will give me error. React is not defined. Actually, nowadays what happens? This React, it used to be auto imported here, but nowadays it is not imported. I don't want to do this. There is another shortcut, IMR. Import React from React is needed to be done here, so this error will be gone. Okay, so this context is done. So now we have to wrap this grandparent with the provider, and then wherever we want to use, we have to use a consumer. So let us do that. Okay, so user context dot provider is there, and value equal to a bindu I will pass. Okay, and user context dot provider I will do it like this. Grandparent will be there. Save it, and now I want to use this value. So value is not a props or something. So this is a keyword. You always have to use the value only. So this is a keyword is there. So and this Nabindu I'm passing, I want to directly use it here. So I'll come here and I will use it here. What I'm going to do. So first let me remove this thing, because again it's a bit complicated, and again we are going to see that easier way later on. But let us first see the complicated way. Again it is like user context dot consumer, and you have to wrap it with this, and this user context I have to, this is the app, so I have to do it from there. Okay, and then we have to use that render props pattern we have to use, and here I can use like this, as I've told, I can use anything. So I will use a user thing. So and the name I can take anything, and then I will have I can have this thing. Okay, so return, and this I can show it, and let me have child component with context value is user. So this is how we can use it, and this will be shown. Okay, so a lot of brackets and all these things are there. Okay, so those things are there. It's okay, save it, and if I come here, yeah, now Bindu is getting passed, so means it is working fine. It is working fine. It is working fine. It is showing fine. Then what is going to happen now? We are going to complicate this thing. Previous time what I have done, I have not complicated things. I have just told that if I will pass another context, it will be complicated. Let us pass another context. And how we pass another context? See, the provider thing we cannot decomplicate it. It will always be like this only. You have to wrap this thing. So if I have another context, I have to do this export const channel context equal to react dot create context. Okay, so this is done, and now here channel context dot provider, and you can do anything like why to do. I'll do my company name TWD channel context dot provider. You have to do same thing, channel context dot provider, and then channel context dot provider I have to pass. So I have to wrap this thing like this, okay, with value, save it. But the real problem occurs here. Now I have to show both of those things inside somewhere, inside here, inside the return. So now I have to double wrap it. So this thing is there, but after this return is done, I will actually cut it. Now after this user, okay, user, this return is done. Okay, user and this return is done. I have to do the now the channel context dot consumer, channel context dot consumer I have to do. Okay, now channel context is here. Now what I have to do, now again I have to do this, and now again I can use any name. So let me use channel here like this again, and then return like this, and now to now let me what have this. Now I will have both of them. Okay, so both of them I will have h2, and I need to have a definitely if I have more than one thing, I will not have just one h2. I'll have h3 channel. So many things I have. So see the brackets, the number of brackets you see, it is way too much. Okay, so although it is coming, everything is coming, but it is complicating everything. It is complicating everything way too much complicating. Again we have the simple way, but this time not that way, even more simpler way than that. There I have told that there is a lot of things in class based website, that static something we have taken. I don't know, even remember that. But here even the simpler way is there. Okay, so you will see the simpler way. So let us use that both of these values. I want to see the parent. So I'll come here, and what I'm going to do here, const user equal to context use context, and so use context is the hook actually. Okay, use context is the hook. I have to import it, So like this, it is a hook, and here I have to pass the user context first. Okay, and then this is done. Then const channel equal to use context dot channel context. I have to do channel context. So channel context is done. And then this, now we can directly use. Okay, so let us don't complicate thing here. H1 use text, like whatever name we give, so that also doesn't matter. User and channel. I have to do user and channel. I'll do save it and see this thing is coming. Now when the untitled, so it is that easy. It is that easy. It is that easy. Okay, so that is done. Now this is done. Our context API is done, and as you can see, the most easiest of them all is this context API. So even that static thing which you have seen, it is much more easier than that. That's why people prefer it. Okay, so that is done. So we have come to the last topic in hooks. Okay, so the last topic in hooks have come, and that is the ref. Again, the ref is quite similar to what we use in class-based component. Only the thing is difference is the actually using ref is very easy in class-based component also, and here it is much more easier. And here we use it with something known as use ref hook. So we are going to see that, and again we are going to see that same focus input example. Okay, let me comment this thing out because this is a very important kind of a code, and we are again going to use the same file only. So here I'll come focus input dot js, then so it will be a functional component. Okay, save it. Input is done, save it. Now we are going to do the same thing here. Okay, so here again I want to see that focus thing. Okay, let us see that whether this time it will come. In class-based thing we were not able to get it, or else I'll show some other example. Const input ref equal to use ref of null, use ref of null, as always, and this use ref I have to import it like a, it's a hook, so I have to import it. And then in the div I will have a input of type text and ref equal to input ref. And then in the use effect, let us directly use it this time. In the use effect in component did mount mode, use effect in the component did mount mode. Okay, you have to run it in the component did mount mode because we want to run it only once. And component did mount mode is this. Okay, and then input ref dot current dot focus. Hope this will work this time. And I'll come back, and the focus has been done. See, the focus has been done. Refresh it. Also, the focus has been done. So it is working fine. So this is how we work with hooks with your use references. So this is how we work with references. Okay, so actually I've completed everything here, and the hook based is also done. So React is not that much huge, as I've always tell me. So, JavaScript, React is very easy. Just you have to do some projects and all. So, and that I'm not telling the project because there are a lot of projects on my channel. You go and do the projects first, do the easy projects, and then come to do the complicated project. Like first do the Firebase project, React with Firebase, then do the React with Mun. And only doing this much, you will fetch you a job. Only do those things and change your LinkedIn profile a bit. Change your LinkedIn profile a bit. If you want to learn more about LinkedIn, I have also a very good video on my channel on LinkedIn, how to master LinkedIn. So change your LinkedIn profile a bit, make it professional like mine, or make it professional like someone. There will be someone in your age group. Make it professional like them, and for the next month or two, just put all these projects in your YouTube channels first, in your not YouTube channel, in your LinkedIn, and first connect with a lot of people for the next 1 or 2 months. Just connect with everyone in the industry. Go and connect every week. There will be, you can add 50 people, so go connect with everyone in the industry from, and connect with me, connect with other people from big people from Microsoft and all those things. So you will know who are there, who always keep on posting on LinkedIn. So connect with them, follow them, and then you will grow. So then those people will realize that, okay, if you put something, and if you're connected to a lot of people, even 400, 500 people also, and I am there to always help you. You do the project, I will push it in my network. I'm more than 80,000 people on LinkedIn. Okay, so those things I will push, and that is all means. And let me see one more thing who have felt. Okay, so yeah, so in the starting of this only, I have told that I'm going to give away some very good goodies, and that is from Jan 15 my bootcamp is starting, and whoever attends every day this thing, and every day of my React.js thing will get access. But considering they have also attended the CSS and JavaScript, and next month also I will have something like that, so I'm telling it from the starting only. And that will be a point system, much more better than this, because I'm also evolving. So because I want to give the people who are dedicated, means I don't want to charge them money, because I am only always means those people can get it as a prize thing. Even if they have the money, they can get it as a pricing, because I know those people will get a React.js job, and I want you to get a React.js job. Those people who are committed enough, they are only coming daily to my channel. So there is a person, Aditya Singh, he's coming daily, and I think he only have 1 8, because I've all changed checked, then he only is there. But some other people are there who are also attending daily, means, but they forgot to do it, means 2 3 days they have not done this React.js. I'm sorry for them, but that is how they can do it next month. And after that, next month also I will have something similar to that. This I will announce it, and then February batch they can attend then. Okay, so every month I have this boot camps. They are all paid boot camp. They cost around 10,000, and the cost will go up soon, because I'm going to increase the cost, because I think it's very less for a boot camp. Any boot camp you go, any big institute or anything you go, they won't charge you less than 50,000, because I put a lot of effort in that, because daily I am taking it through the Zoom call, and I am helping you to get a React.js job. I have to connect with people. I have to make sure that you make your portfolio site, LinkedIn site, and all those things. So I have to put a lot of effort there, and that is through Zoom, and that is also online. That is I do mainly at 2 times. Means most of the weekdays I'm busy with corporate batches for different startups and different other companies. But this I do generally on the weekend, Saturdays and Sundays, 2 2 hours. And there is a one weekend batch that anyone can attend, student and anyone working professional. And one is a late night batch, because there are a lot of people who are not from non-IT background. And what happens with them, they are not as privileged as people from IT background who have a Saturday off. They don't have. They have to work from morning 9 till evening 9, and they will earn only 15,000, 20,000. That is how our society is. Those for all middle class people are like that only, means they will grind them for 12 to 16 hours, and they will give them 15 to 20,000 only in most of the other fields. So I'm not talking about IT field. IT field also there are some jobs which are like that, but most of the other fields it is like that. You grind for 16 hours Saturday to Sunday, and to earn only 15,000 rupees, 20,000 rupees. So there are a lot of people who want to attend that evening. It is not evening, it is a night boot camp. It is like a night class. So a lot of them night colleges are there, so it is like that. So it is from Monday to Friday. It is 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. Okay, so that is for them. Okay, so those people are there. So I am starting from this Monday also, I am starting, so I'm telling in that. And there is no a lot of people are joining in there, and mainly from my hometown only, where I'm currently situated. From Bhopal only a lot of people are joining. Okay, so that is there. And with this but then also it is online only. Okay, so with this I will end today's stream. And congrats Aditya, I'm going to send you on your email ID some assignment. You do it in 1 week. Okay, so thank you Aditya. And you only had one it, and I will give you another surprise also. Okay, so that is there. And thank you. and I will next week is Angular week. I will give Angular next week. Means as I've told that next week is a cherry on the cake week always. Previous time I have done Redux. This time I will do Angular. And next time I'm going to do Node.js is very important thing to do. But this time I'll do Angular. Okay. With this I will end today's stream. Thank you all for attending.